Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. If you've ever wondered how your favorite apps and websites are designed to look so good and feel so easy to use, you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving into the world of UI or UX design. It might sound super technical, but I promise, it's a lot more creative and fun than you think. UI stands for user interface, which is all about what you see: the buttons, the colors, the text. UX is user experience, which is all about how you feel when you use it. Is it simple? Is it frustrating? We'll break it all down. And the best part, we're going to do it using Figma, an amazing design tool that's perfect for beginners. It's free, it works right in your browser, and by the end of this video, you'll have designed your very first screen. So, if you're ready to unlock your inner designer, stick around. Let's get started. So, let's clear this up first. What's the real difference between UI and UX? Think of it like this. UI, the user interface, is the what. It's the visual stuff, the colors of the buttons, the font of the text, the little icons you tap on. It's the aesthetic appeal and the interactive elements. A good UI is clean, visually pleasing, and makes it obvious what you can interact with. Now, UX, the user experience, is the how. It's the overall feeling you get. Imagine you're trying to order a pizza through an app. If the process is quick, simple, and you find exactly what you want without any confusion, that's great UX. But if the menu is a mess, the buttons don't work, and you can't figure out how to check out, that's terrible UX, even if the app looks beautiful. UI is the beautiful menu, but UX is being able to actually order your pizza and have it arrive hot and delicious. Another example, think about a door. The handle is the UI. If it's a flat plate, you know to push. If it's a handle, you know to pull. That's good UI. The UX is the entire experience of easily opening the door and walking through. You see, one is about looks, the other is about function and feel. And a great product needs both to succeed. Alright, let's open up Figma and get comfortable. When you first open it, don't be intimidated by all the buttons. It's actually really straightforward. Let's look at the main interface. On the left, you have the Layers panel. This is where every single thing you create, every shape, piece of text, and image will be listed. It helps you keep your design organized. Above that, you'll see the Pages section. You can create multiple pages in one file, which is great for organizing different versions of your design or different parts of an app. In the center is your canvas. This is your infinite creative space where all the magic happens. At the top, you'll find the toolbar. This is where you grab your main tools. The frame tool, which looks like a hash symbol, is one of the most important. Frames are your containers. Think of them as your artboards or screens. You will also see tools for creating shapes like rectangles and circles, the text tool, and the pen tool for custom shapes. Finally, on the right side, you'll see the Properties panel. This panel is context aware, which means it changes depending on what you have selected. If you select a shape, you'll see options to change its color, add a stroke, or give it a shadow. If you select text, you'll see options for font, size, and alignment. That's the basic layout. Layers on the left, toolbar on top, properties on the right, and your canvas in the middle. We'll be using all of these areas, so it's good to know where to look. Ready to get your hands dirty? Let's design our very first screen. We're going to create a simple login screen for a mobile app. First things first, we need a frame. Go to the toolbar at the top and click the Frame tool, or just press the F key on your keyboard. You'll see on the Properties panel on the right, Figma gives you a bunch of PRE-sized frames for popular devices. Let's select iPhone 14. Boom! You have a perfectly sized mobile screen on your canvas. Now, let's add a title. Grab the text tool from the toolbar, or press T and click near the top of your frame. Let's type "Welcome back." It looks a bit small, right? With the text selected, go over to the Properties panel on the right. Under the text section, let's increase the font size, maybe to something like 32, and let's make it bold to give it some impact. Much better. Next, we need input fields for the email and password. For this, we'll use the Rectangle tool. Press R on your keyboard and draw a rectangle on your screen. This will be our email field. Let's make it look more like a field. In the Properties panel, find the Fill and change the color to a very light gray. Then, let's add a subtle stroke, which is an outline, and maybe round the corners a bit using the Corner Radius property. Now, instead of drawing another one, let's just duplicate this one. Select the rectangle, and press Command-D on Mac or Control-D on Windows. Drag the copy down a bit to create space for the password field. Of course, A user needs to know what to type in those fields. Grab the text tool again, press T, and click inside your first rectangle. Type email. Let's make this text smaller and a lighter color to indicate it's a placeholder. Then duplicate the text layer and move it into your second rectangle. Change the text to password. What's a login screen without a login button? Let's make one. Press R and draw another rectangle below the password field. This one should stand out, so let's give it a nice, bold color. In the Properties panel under Fill, pick a vibrant blue or green. Make sure to round the corners to make it feel more friendly and button-like. Now we need text on our button. Press T, click on the button and type Login. Let's make this text white so it's easy to read against the colored background, and center it inside the button. The final touch is alignment. A messy screen is hard to use. Select all of your elements, the title, the fields, the button, and in the Properties panel, you'll see alignment options at the top. Click Align Horizontal Centers. Instantly, everything snaps into a perfectly straight line down the middle of the screen. Look at that. In just a few minutes, you've designed a clean, functional login screen. This is the fundamental workflow you'll use for everything you design in Figma. Now that you've designed something, let's talk about a few basic UX principles that make a design feel good to use. These are things you should always keep in mind. The first one is consistency. Your buttons should look like buttons everywhere in the app. Your headings should use the same font and size. When things are consistent, users don't have to relearn how your interface works on every new screen. It builds trust and makes the experience feel seamless. In our design, if we had a sign-up button, it should look similar to our login button. The second principle is spacing and hierarchy. Not everything on the screen is equally important. The most important thing should be the most prominent. We did this by making Welcome Back big and bold. This is the heading. It grabs your attention first. That's visual hierarchy. Spacing, or white space, is just as important. Notice how we left space between the title, the input fields, and the button. This negative space prevents the screen from feeling cramped and cluttered. It gives your elements room to breathe and helps the user's eye navigate the screen logically. Good spacing guides the user from one element to the next without overwhelming them. And finally, think about user-friendly layouts. Our login screen follows a very common and intuitive pattern. Title at the top, input fields in the middle, primary action at the bottom. Users have seen this pattern 1,000 times, so they instantly know what to do. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Using familiar layouts reduces the cognitive load on the user, meaning they don't have to think so hard to use your product. It just feels natural. So remember, be consistent, use hierarchy and spacing, and stick to user-friendly patterns. These simple rules will elevate your designs from just looking good to feeling great. And there you have it. Let's take a step back and look at what we accomplished. You learned the fundamental difference between UI and UX, the look versus the feel. We got you set up and comfortable with the Figma interface, navigating the toolbar, layers panel, and properties panel. And most importantly, you designed your very first fully-fledged mobile screen from scratch, complete with text, shapes, and a call to action button. You even learned some core UX principles like consistency, hierarchy, and spacing to make your designs not just beautiful, but also intuitive and easy to use. This is just the beginning of your design journey. The key to getting better at UI or UX design is practice, practice, practice. Don't be afraid to experiment. Open Figma every day, even for just 15 minutes. Try to recreate a screen from your favorite app. Play around with different colors, fonts, and layouts. The more you use the tool, the more natural it will become. You have a solid foundation now, and the possibilities are endless. Keep learning, stay curious, and have fun creating. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this tutorial helpful and feel inspired to start designing. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more design tutorials. If you have any questions or want to show off what you created, drop a comment down below. I'd love to see it. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.